hello. Tonight's going to be an interesting one. Let's see what happens when a few people jump in. There we go. Okay, so I'll see what else we're going to do for contracts. Wow, that just sucks. Okay, so I've been talking to a dead mic for the last while. Apology, guys. Yeah. Mythic, thanks for the follow there. Beatbox XEX, you can get knotted, buddy, whoever the hell you are. For those who have not entered yet, there is a giveaway that's happening at the moment. It ends in 36 minutes. So for 36 minutes, you will have an opportunity to win a. So I've been talking to a dead mic for. Okay, let's just kill the volume under there. For 36 minutes, you'll have the opportunity to win a the key to the Alpine DLC when it releases. That is available until 10 o'clock GMT +2, so 36 minutes. Good luck to anybody who's interested in entering. For those who have entered already, good prize to have. Really cool DLC. Looks like it's going to have some really exciting stuff. So stick around and maybe you can win it. I will announce the winner in stream, but if you're following Gleam, the link in Gleam, you will catch it there as well. No, Namako Farmer, thanks. It was just me being a bit of a dense guy. I have my moments though. It's been a rough week. I didn't stream on Tuesday because I was quite literally flat on my back sick. I couldn't even think straight. I was so bad. So yeah, it was one of those days. Righty, so welcome to the stream, everybody. Unfortunately, you didn't hear me do my little bit of a rant earlier. We're on the Valley of the Old Farm. We made the decision with Namakwa Farmer tonight that this is going to be a long-term stream. So we will be looking at a minimum of 4 seasons on here, possibly 5. This is a 6-day season, so this is going to be over a nice period of time. However, I'm going to keep it interesting. So right now the map allows for forestry and that type of thing, and it's a good way to get your money up. But there's going to be no replanting of trees allowed. So once you've harvested your trees, that's it. You need to have built whatever you needed to build with that money before you can't go and do something else. And then I want to start bringing in some interesting components. Like I'm very interested in trying some of the global company stuff. So we've got the potato stuff, potato washer and potato sorter. Yeah, Namakwa, it was a rough one, man. In all my years that I've been working, I don't recall that I've ever needed to sleep. Even when I was off sick, as in, take the day off and catch some Z's just to recover. On Tuesday, I didn't fall asleep. I passed out. I was gone for about 5 hours. That I don't recall what happened. My cell phone rang, all that kind of thing. I was done. So yeah, one of those things. But I want to try global company stuff. So I'm going to do conventional farming for the first while. Namakwa's on the farm, actually on the stream with me at the moment. He's doing much better in terms of money, but then again, he has been pulling trees out like a madman. So yeah, good job there, Namakwa. Yeah, 4 to 5 weeks on this being the season's map, 6-day season. We're going to stick at it, see where we can go with it, and I'm going to evolve this a little bit. Namakwa, I'm going to leave. I see you are doing spraying. I'm going to leave field 42 and I'm going to go to the more south. So I'm not taking the stuff that you were going for. I was just working my way around the map. So I'll see you down at the bottom. So 60 is closer to me. That's that misshapen one over there. As soon as I set this up to run, I'm then going to get bales and everything sorted out. Get my sheep and my cattle fed. There is feed, so I'm not under any pressure. So these are actually this is a pretty good kit. So that's the same Lamborghini Hurleyman pack. There's 3 tractors in there that have got different engine sizes, different tire types. This is a forestry version that has got the blade and the actual roll cage frame around it. We can have a hydraulic connector on the front, and you can have weights on the front as well. Really good tractor, really well priced, but without being a stupid price. So you're getting an older tractor or older style tractor at a pretty reasonable price. So I mean, one of the things that I try and do whenever I put a map together, that I don't go for the silly stuff. It mustn't be so ridiculously out of whack that it's not something you would find on a real farm. However, I am pretty interested in trying a slightly new angle with, with one of the streams that I'm going to be doing during the week. I am going to be looking at this as a long term, but I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I want to set up another map, and on that map I'll just run it as a single player, but I'll do that as a farming through the ages. So it's going to take a little bit of research and whatever else, but the idea is that I want to get start at a certain point. So start off with a reasonable budget, nothing too drastic, but smaller farms, more English, European style farming style. But I want to go with like the Massey Ferguson pack. Inhuman 666. Thanks for the follow, much appreciated. I don't think it did an announcement there. I need to get that sorted out. That is not good. But either way, I want to go and do a kind of a farming through the ages approach, and that I will only run period accurate equipment. So start off like in the 30s and 40s. I understand there's going to be a David Brown pack that's going to be released soon, something that Virtual Farmer is very excited about. But I want to get a pack like that, maybe the Massey Ferguson pack, see what else is out there. There's lots of equipment that has been well designed and well built that I want to see if I can't use that only. Obviously I can't remove what's in game, but I can make it that I don't allow the use of that until we're period accurate. Then what I'll do is I'll do a season per decade, so it's not too long. I'll make a very short season, like a maybe work on a 6-day season, but I will do it at a 15 times speed, so that we are running through it fairly rapidly without being ridiculous. And then we'll skip nights and that type of thing, so I'd be able to probably do maybe 2 days in a stream. And if I do it that way, then we can get through different eras, and obviously whatever I do, it needs to be as real as possible, so I can't just go and throw in money and new equipment. Yakuza Ways, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, hope you stick around for a while. Subscribe for the giveaway that's taking place at the moment. There are still 28 minutes left before we're actually doing the draw. Or we're not doing the draw, it is being done automatically, but I will announce it in stream. And I have no influence as to what the draw is. Gleam basically does all of that for us, so it is as fair as it can possibly be. Righty, so I don't know if you guys like that kind of thing. If it's something that'll work. I have got a little bit more time in the evenings. My streams will probably go from 2 hours, 1.5 hours to 2 hours. It'll move up to probably about 2.5 hours to 3 hours because of the fact that I'm no longer part of the TSR team. Unfortunately, I did resign yesterday, and as much as I'm going to miss the guys, I just don't have the time to do it. It is actually quite a process, planning your shows, doing all that kind of thing, and it's just something that you've got to constantly be aware of and working on, and these streams take a lot of effort, but go and triple that if you want to do this and a radio stream. It adds up very quickly. So I'll stick with this for now. Maybe in 6 months or so, once I've kind of got a better handle on this, and maybe improve my following, and I can maybe piggyback off the two of them. So use the radio stream as a means to, I can stream both at the same time kind of thing. So I don't know if that's plausible. I hope so. And we'll see how it goes. Rico Steel 1, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. It's awesome of you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Stick around for a while. And be here for the draw. You don't need to be here for the draw, but it's always better just to have your name announced, live in stream. It's even get your prize delivered, as you get announced. Talking about that, Namakwa, I owe you a DLC, I believe. I will take care of that this evening. So when I do the prize for the draw, I will do your DLC at the same time. So I try to be a man of my word. So let's get that sorted out. Okay, so this is terrible. Ron F33, welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. For those of you just jumping in to do the giveaway, yeah, by all means. But I hope I give you a little bit more than just the prize at the end of the day. This is interesting. Stupid thing. I would like to have just left that to do its thing, but look what it did. Really messed around. Alrighty. So, I need to check out my multi-stream. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, nobody coming in from the YouTube side at the moment, so that's all fine. I'd love to get a little bit more in that space, but right now Twitch seems to be the place for me. To everybody that's following and everybody who's in stream, thank you so much for your support. I've only been an affiliate now for 2 weeks, and yeah, I got my first bit of bits the other day. As much as it was only a small amount, and every bit is appreciated. It was quite a kick, it's almost like hey, I've arrived, I'm doing something people like. So you tell me what you want to see and what you want to do, and I'll see how that works in with that plan. I'm not going to go and change myself or my stream, but I am definitely going to do whatever I can to accommodate my followers. So I am always open to suggestions. Alrighty, so let's see how this goes. Are you going to work? Or I'm going to have to nursemaid you the whole time. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not 45 degrees. Oh, that sucks. But it's okay. We can handle it. 85% anyway. So we're going to do go up and go down, and then we'll be done. Nice big field. What is that worth to us? 7,600. too slow. Alrighty, so 60, 64 is over there, 61's closer, let's do 61. So I'm hopefully not going to have to nursemaid this the whole time. I want to go and try and feed my animals, and I don't mind losing 20% or so to having a worker in place. That way I can focus on getting stuff done that I want to get done. With any luck, I want to start looking at expanding my cattle, and my sheep are producing some wool, so I have got a pallet. I need straw, that's what I need. I keep on forgetting about the straw, so let's go and sort this out. Hey Nomad ZA, thanks for the follow. Huh, that's interesting. Why did it only announce you and not everybody else? Okay, well, thank you everybody who's followed. For those who should have been announced, I'm sure I'll catch you next time. So if I'm not mistaken, Nomad, Namek was your dad. It's always nice to see kind of a family thing. I don't know. Maybe we can do something with my sons. Okay, let's go and take this down and go and feed the animals. 2 bales aside should be fine for now. And we'll come clean this trailer up a little bit later. Alrighty, so 20 minutes and the draw will be taking place. So let's just do this. Let me just see quickly. Okay, so I've taken it out of slow mode for now. Kind of get the reason for the thinking there, but it doesn't matter to me. We don't have that many chatters on people chatting on stream that is going to make a difference whether it's in slow mode or not. As long as we don't have anybody being rocket scientist and trying to spam the chat, then I'll just ban you. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do 3 bells aside then. Let's see if we're going to fit through. Should work. Yeah, there we go. Oops, turned too soon. So the cattle were a little bit, need this a little bit more urgently than the sheep, so let's do them first. Okay, I know this is not TMR or anything like that, but, and I dropped a bell. Yeah, this is what happens. First person view is great, but you know, as far as the gameplay is concerned, physics are of such a nature that you can't actually play first person view without it going pear-shaped all the time. So where did it fall? Or did it get consumed? No, got consumed. Okay, I didn't drop it, it just got picked up as I dropped it. And I don't really have to worry about the sheep at the moment. There is still a bale there because that's almost full, which means the bale that's there is replenishing it, which is cool. sure this is a really bad idea. Yeah, really bad idea. Let's just do this and drop this guy here, pick it up, clean things up, and go from there. So yeah, I suppose I'll call this my diary for now. We're in real life. I made an offer on a farm a few days ago, and got some bad news. And the guy basically said the offer was inadequate, and he wanted more. Not more in total, but it was kind of a lease-based deal. And told him that unfortunately that's all I can offer, that's all I can take. I made a final offer that was actually a little bit less than my original offer, and I think he was just trying to get more money. He came back and he said he likes my offer, he'll give me an answer tonight. So yeah, sometimes people get caught in their own bullshit, and you know, can't fault for someone for wanting more, reasonably more. He wasn't ridiculous or anything, it's just it was more, and I called him on it, and it looks like things might actually happen. So one of these days I may very well be streaming live from an actual farm, not from a pretend farm, which is such an exciting prospect. I mean, I'm so amped about it, it's not even funny. I've been wanting to get back on a farm for probably the last 6 or 7 years. If I could kind of basically just package everything up and go to a farm, I'd be the happiest guy in the world. I mean, there's only one thing that would actually compete with, having that happen, and that's, my wife and kids. They are the reason why I'm capable of doing stuff like this. So, the streaming, the farming, all of that kind of thing. Without them, this stuff doesn't happen, first of all, and doesn't mean much without them. So, I hope I get it, but if I do, it's gonna be because of them. It's gonna be because they kind of, put up with me being this insomniac that sits and plays games on a regular basis. Um, it is what it is. Righty, so there we go. So, does anybody want to see how a real life nursery operates? Yeah, nursery. Not as in kitty nursery, but as in plants. Stick around. It is not a guarantee as yet, but probably within the next month, the stream will be a lot more plant orientated, which is, fun for me. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, let's go and take 4 bales. So if anybody was wondering why I was stacking my bales like this, now you know why. With this grab, as long as you don't want to put them down evenly, you can put down 4 bales comfortably. Yeah, man, Namakwa, I am like a kid with a new toy. That feeling just before Christmas. You kind of everything's set, and the presents are under the tree, and you're hoping for that bicycle, but you're not quite sure. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got 2 farms I'm looking at. It's gonna happen. This is gonna make me work, isn't it? It is gonna happen. It's not a if. It's whether I'm gonna get the farm I want. So yeah, it's an exciting prospect. It's gonna take some time. It's a learning curve. I've got to go and relearn everything that I've forgotten around the farming side. Do have formal training in farming, not in that much in horticulture as much as just in a general kind of I know, that's a cheat, but it was fun. Not in horticulture as much, but just in agriculture in general. I dealt more with livestock. I am a certified bovine artificial inseminator. So you know the whole pop up the hand up the ass and all that kind of thing. If you guys really knew what it was all about, it's freaking gruesome. And I am a Dorper sheep judge of all things. So you know the weird things you learn at school. You know that's all stuff that's happening now. So looking forward to it. It's gonna be some pretty exciting stuff. And just waiting to see, you know, the guy accepts the final offer. You are kidding. Come on, that's ridiculous. Okay, the other two bells can go to the other area anyway. Alrighty, let's go and do this. And it still picked them all up anyway. I wonder what the range is in this. Okay, so don't put it flat down, because then you'll pick up the other ones on the ground. I suppose it is accurate, because those forks go down quite far. Yeah, Namakwa, you said you did cattle, right? One of the things I'm looking at doing is, the farm has got chickens already. It's a nursery with chickens. We've got about 100 breeders on there, and we've got an incubator that is capable of 176 eggs every 9 days. We're only packing them with 78 at the moment, or at least that's what's being done at the moment. And there are swans and geese on the property as well, and they apparently are worth stupid money. So there's going to be a lot of waterfowl and just general fowl that's on the property. And then I'll have to get my forks to come and handle that. And then we're growing the nursery, obviously. It's mostly around roses and that type of thing, wholesale stuff. And we do have trees. The trees are not as great a market as what you would think, but trees nonetheless. And then we've got 16 hectares that is undeveloped, unused, that is going to be eventually turned into arable land. So we're going to be looking at corn and that type of thing. And then I want to get some sheep, I want to get some cattle. Cattle are going to be basically for farm use, milk and that type of thing. Not really going to be much for... Are you going to give me a hard time? Okay, let's just roll you over. We're not going to worry about... We're not going to breed cattle for resale or anything. So we're going to milk the cattle, and we're going to... we're going to breed with the cattle so that they can produce milk. That's pretty much the sum of it. And then, as we breed, we'll probably sell the calves and keep the older cattle. And then we'll rotate out so that we have some, new heifers and stuff that come in. We get a little bit of fresh blood, but that's about it. And then a few pigs, again, just for kind of internal use. We'll probably have like 2 breeding pairs, produce some piglets, and it'll be just for farm consumption. So it's going to be exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. So as much as you should have some form of a fork, a log fork for this, This manure fork is much more versatile, so you can actually just go and pick up manure with it. But the other benefit is you are able to do logs. You can pick up logs with it. So it seems a bit silly, but it actually works so very well. So let's go and see where we're at with these guys. 6%. Come on, man. So I'm going to have to do a lot of this manually. Oh, it was a waste. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you carry on now. I need to get this guy back again. So I went and racing out with this. It is pretty broad-based. The focus is going to be the nursery. So the nursery is where the business is, where it's where you're going to generate money. The rest of the farming, the arable land is going to be used to actually produce, items we can use within the house, flour and that type of thing, or exchanged for. But it's mainly going to be there to feed the animals. So, any pigs we have, any sheep we have, or anything like that, we want to produce our own lucerne, we want to produce our own corn, our own oats and that kind of thing. So we'll look after the animals that we have through our own feeds that we've got. And if you harvest and store your feeds properly, you can keep it for years. Hey, Mr. Richards, how you doing, man? Glad you can join us. It's always a pleasure having you in stream. Started early tonight. Going forward, I have to update my schedule, but as of yesterday, to be exact, I no longer do the presenting on TSR. It's just an unfortunate timing thing. I've got way too much stuff to do in my personal space, and I'm kind of, the radio gig was always secondary to this. Man, talk about driving up my ass. I will probably see if there's an opportunity to go back in like anywhere between 3 and 6 months. But for now, work and streaming just take up way too much time. And unfortunately, I haven't been paying much attention to my family themselves, so they take priority. And then also the farm that I'm looking to get into, that's going to take up huge amounts of time. So this is about prioritization and making sure that I don't drop the ball in areas that I shouldn't be dropping the ball. So, yeah. There we go. Let's go. I wonder what Wool's going for at the moment. We're going to save it until summer. Let's have a look. So I was saying day 5. Yeah, day 5. There we go. Wool. Wool is at its peak at the moment, so let's go and sell what we got. Yeah, a couple of things that are changing with my stream. So Tuesdays and Saturdays are going to be Farming Simulator, and I'm going to look at something else for Thursdays. Like tonight is Farming Simulator, just because I haven't formalized anything yet, but I'll be looking at doing something like Among Us, or dare I say it, streaming something that requires a little bit more capability. I don't know if I've got it, but we'll see. Modern Warfare, I've been looking at Escape from Tarkov, a little bit more FPS based. This stupid thing. This is a really stupid thing. Some mods just don't work very well with the helper, and I'm convinced this is a mod issue, because I had a few other mods that were done, and it just wouldn't do anything with the worker. As soon as you took the equivalent piece of equipment that within the base game, the worker ran fine with it. Alright, so Thursdays will be for other games. World of Warships, Among Us, Modern Warfare, Escape from Tarkov, those are all items on the list. I played Among Us for the first time the other night. It's actually a stupid amount of fun. It is stupid at the same time. but it is enjoyable. So I can see why the guys are doing stuff like that. And I want to definitely get more into kind of like cutting edge games, you know, new stuff. Choo Choo Tulip, nice name there. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the stream. 1 minute left to the draw, so I'm going to cut over to that and just see where we at with it. 42 seconds left. Okay, so as soon as that hits, then I'll announce it. And yeah, hopefully it's one of everybody. I want everybody to win something, but let's hope it's one of the regulars. See if you guys, you know, your loyalty pays off. Just a reminder, it is for the farming, the Alpine Farming DLC, which is dropping on the 5th of November, so it's still a month away. But it is not restricted to that, so if you don't have the base game, then we do have an option to, you know, take the base game instead. Okay, this is, let's see what it says. We've got 138 entries into the competition, and the winner is no, man, being an idiot. Okay, so let's go and have a look. Okay, one competition finished, and the winner is got 40 potential winners. And the winner is from Sweden. We've got Cab 2K. I will be in contact to give you your prize. It will be made available within the next, let's say, week. And yeah, congratulations. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. We will start a new competition for this month. So I'd love to know what you guys would like to see as a prize. It is kind of open-ended. I was thinking maybe doing something that is more a voucher that you can use for something that you'd like to get. But you know, I am absolutely open to options. Let's see, 52 is up top there, so that's not too far from me. So let's do 52. All these odd sizes. Yeah, so if you guys want to drop me a DM or something like that, or a whisper at least, by all means, tell me what you'd like to see. In the Discord channel, I will make a channel available for just a general chat. You know, what would you like to see as the prize for the next draw? I don't think this field is fertilized completely. This should be first growth stage. Don't damage. Yeah, let's go and do that. Fertilize my fields completely first. Sorry guys, just give me a second. I've got someone's phone stored in a box here somewhere that they've left a damn alarm on, so it's been ringing in the background like a mad thing, driving me insane. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to sort that out quickly. I just want to finish this field. See, I'm missing big gaps here, so bear with me. It's not actually that bad. There's one little gap at the bottom. Okay, then just a reminder, you know, if we don't have enough competitors by, let's say, the 14th of this month, we will look at postponing, but the competition will still be going on. We are looking at the Farming Simulator Africa series that we're looking to host on the 24th of October. It is online, so it will be available to anybody who has an internet connection, essentially. So you know, anybody who would like to take part, it will be using the new tournament client, so it is going to be quite a bit of fun. For anybody of you that have played on the new tournament client, you'll know it is an absolute gas. But give me 1 second. Okay, this thing's doing a half job again. Let's just see what else we can do here. Phone's finally been shut off. So I'm contemplating getting a machine and just taking out all these trees. I mean, this is a tedious job, but if I go and lease, say now, you know, maybe the Komatsu, it is 22,000. You know, I'll be able to operate for, a load is going for 40,000 at the moment. So we have got it on normal difficulty, so makes it not too tough. So I'm thinking maybe that or the Ponce 22,000 for those machines. And I can always go and get the Sampo or something like that, but those things are kind of pointless. So I've got a trailer, I've got a place to load it, I've got a machine to load it with, and I will make stupid amounts of money pretty quickly with this. So I'll look at that. Yeah, no, it's crazy. But you know what? If you've got those big machines, it's actually not that bad. It could be worse. My goal was never to come and do huge forestry on this map. I'm just using it as a mechanism to get a little bit of money in. The ideal situation for me is I get a T-Rex or Trex, get one of those units that does like just wipes the tree completely, takes a stump out, everything in one go. You don't get any revenue for the tree, but then it's gone. So it's maybe not the most ideal situation, but it works. So I'm thinking of that as being an option that I'll go with. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look so great. Let's just have a look. maybe not the greatest engineering. Okay, so it will not load to the red bars. So that, yeah, that's a bit stupid. Okay, so we've got quite a bit there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say 5,500 liters. And we're looking at 1,400 at the moment. Let's go and have a look at what the actual price is. 1,400 at the spinnery. Let's see where the spinnery is. I think it was up top here somewhere. No. There we go, all the way at the bottom. That's a bit of a drive, but we'll survive. Okay, let's see what are you doing? Yeah, let's just finish this job ourselves. Yeah, like I said, mods and workers, not a great combination. So I'll just finish this up quickly, and then I'll go and sell my wool. I've got about a day left that I'll still be producing wool. Sheep stop producing wool in summer. Cutting their winter coats off in the spring, basically. So I'm going to leave that to run for now. It's not really costing me much. I think I've put in probably about 100,000 into sheep and that kind of thing. And when summer comes around, or spring comes around next season, I'll have doubled my number of sheep at least. Because the sheep reproduce very well actually, so they make decent money off it. So if I look at my sheep over here, I've got 50 sheep, I'll have 110 to 120 sheep in spring. So I can live with that. So what do you think, Namako? Should I go and lease that piece of equipment and then just take out that whole forest? But the nice thing about that piece of kit is we'll cut the trees to the right size. Then I can just use the forestry tractor just to push them all into a neat little pile. I can even drive them out so that when they get cut, they cut in the same location. And you can just pick up that whole thing. Takes that tedious aspect away a little bit, not completely, but a little bit. So yeah, I'll give that a go. Okay, let's see what you're looking at. 83%. So I can just keep on going around like that and it should make up the difference. The thing is, you only have to actually cover about 95% of the field. So if you have gaps and stuff, it's not serious. It's not like it's your own field where to get the maximum yield you have to cover every square millimeter correctly. Sounds like a great idea. You lease it though. See, the thing is, I'm not always going to have the time to sit here and go and load all that up. The last time I was on this map, I kind of went and did all of that, but never got to loading it. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Look, if you lease or buy, you're still going to have a cost there, so leasing is just a lot easier. You don't need as much capital money up front. Yeah, so I think maybe I'll go that route. Let's see what else we got in the fertilizer space. 64. Let's go and race across and harass the back one. This is going to be coming up the road here now. Ah, man. Did you turn away because you heard I was going to come for you? as as feeble as it sounds, or pathetic as it sounds, playing a multiplayer map and finding another player on the map just to drive past and just give a bit of a hoot is sounds stupid, but it's actually part of the fun. You know, it's the little bit you do extra that's just gas. So yeah. Alright, so you can do your thing, and let's go and have a look. So, let's go and get that machine. Let's lease it. I like both. I like the Komatsu, and the Komatsu's just got more power, but a smaller capacity. Yeah, let's go with Ponce. We don't need any special tires or anything like that. Sorry, Namakwa. Should have given you the lease warn. Apologies. Wasn't thinking. This is a bit of a slow vehicle, so hope you guys have got some time. Feel like going to go and get a cup of coffee or something? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Alright, so Namakwa, if you're up for it, I got a few other people that I want to have join in on it. But would you be interested in joining me for the farming through the ages kind of stream? You know, we can start with, I think we can do 1930 and 1940 kind of stuff, and then go from there. You know, you can only use what was period accurate. See if there's enough equipment around for that. So we'll have to go and investigate whether it can be done before I commit to doing it. Just sorting out one or two things on this side quickly. So let's go in over here and harvest the trees working from the center out. Yeah, I'm not really worried about Google that much. I'm worried about getting mods that'll actually cover that space, because that's the tricky part. I know, like I said, there's a David Brown pack coming out. That's all around that period. You know, there's a lot of things like the big bud tractors that can do like the 70s and that kind of thing. So there's a lot out there, but whether we can get all the right things in the right place at the right time, that's a different discussion. So could be fun. You know, I enjoy this game. I already do. This is, I'll say, go as far as to say this was something that quite literally saved my sanity. I had a really bad bike accident 11 years ago, and it's left my left leg pretty mangled. Usable, but it gives me endless hell. And this was something I used to distract myself from everything. Instead of taking pain pills, instead of getting depressed, um, this game, FS17 and then 19 later, was a tool I used to combat that kind of just that sinking feeling you get. And you know, I had everybody's assistance and support and everything, which was brilliant. But if I just faced the kind of pain that was coming my way without something that allowed me to escape completely, like this, I would not have been, I would not be sane. So I do kind of attribute all that to the Farming Simulator 17 that I had on Xbox at the time. And you know, I will always appreciate what the Farming Simulator guys have done with this. They've taken something that was, you know, just a game, and they've turned it into something so much more. So I will sing their praises for a very long time to come. But yeah, let's not get too nitty gritty on that. And being an ambassador definitely doesn't hurt. It's quite fulfilling in its own right. I mean, I went from somebody who was just a really big fan of the game to being someone who actually gets to engage with the developers, engage with the community. You know, it's just a different place to be. It's actually pretty cool. So for those of you out there, the ambassador role is not closed. They are still looking for ambassadors. I don't know if they locking it to one per country. I know the US has got about 4 guys already, DJ Goham being one of them, Farmer Klein, I don't know who the rest of the guys are. I know there's a Canadian guy, Brazil I think it's got 2 as well. So I suppose it depends on country size. So even if there is an ambassador appointed, apply anyway. Maybe you can get in. Maybe you're the personality they're looking for. So come and join us. It's a lot of fun. You get to engage with guys that you would not have engaged with before, and it lets people let their guard down a little bit. I've surprisingly enough not had a personal conversation with him as such, but in stream, in his stream specifically, there's a little bit of banter, you know, talking about Virtual Farmer, talking about Martin ML Gamer, talking about Fluky Stew, you know, all those guys, Virtual Farmer being an ambassador. It just kind of opens you up to a lot of other people at a human level, so it's good fun. Yeah, Namako, all good. Thanks for joining us in stream. If you pop back in, that's awesome. If not, I'll catch you over the next couple of days. go. Are we going to do some more? I think we should go and make use of our machine. We've made a good amount of money on contracts. Let's have a look. Contracts income 66,000. So we've hit 266s already. That's good. Fertilizer cost 20 grand. So we made 66 and we spent 19 on fertilizer, and we still have more than half of that left. So that's actually pretty decent. Reason being is we've got the flow rate enabled. So we've got the flow rate in half, which means we're using a lot less. Let's just have a look at what else. Leasing costs 22,000, so we haven't been too bad there. Wage payments only $1,000 to make 66, so that's not bad. And then I think we just go and see if there's one nice big one left. I don't want to be too greedy, but this is how we make our money, I suppose. 76, where are you? 76. 76 is that funny one over there. Let's do 76 as the last one, and then we're going to go log like mad people. Okay, let's just have a look at this. Do need to go fertilize my field. There we go. 76 is pretty much across the map. It's just there's fences and stuff in the way. I need to go and fertilize this field where the cattle are. Okay. Alrighty then, so I think what I'm going to do is make it a little bit of a switch. So I'm going to disconnect for a bit, and I'm going to come back with a different stream, just a new, just want to clearly separate the videos, and I'll come back with maybe Among Us. We'll see. I just want to do something different for the night, and then yeah, we can see from there. So let's have a look quickly. So finish this. Okay. Let's go and do a little bit of logging before we can move off. Okay, so B. There we go. That was always cut off. Alright, so it depends on how many mods you got in. It cuts that stupid thing off and you can't see what's available. that's brilliant. It's actually going to balance. Very stupid, but anyway, guys. Okay, so that's pretty painless. Get them into nice little stacks like that. Yeah, this is not always going to be that easy. Alright, so we get the forestry tractor out here, and we go and do a little bit of shunting around of stuff. And I'll stick with this for about another 20 minutes, see how much I can get harvested in that time. Yeah, that's perfect. That forestry tractor with the blade on the front, you just push all this stuff together and you're good to roll. You just keep on laying everything on a nice stack, and it should work just fine. Alright, cool. What is the problem? I can't aim. That's what the problem is. Coffee. Nothing quite like having the right piece of equipment in place. Now, unfortunately, I don't have it on this map, and I'm not going to add the mod for it either, but I had a ramp mod. Now, what I used to do is I used to go and, oh man, that's got the blades on it. What I used to do is take the ramp mod and go and stack everything, put in little poles in the ground. There was a mod for that as well. And then take those poles and push everything against the poles so it would align my stuff. And then take the ramp mod and basically put stuff up the sides of the ramp so that the ramp would allow me to lift everything. And I would push everything up the ramp with guides on the side, and I would end up having a perfect little setup where I would just put a trailer on the other side of it, and I would just push everything over. So half the stuff fell off and didn't go in, which was fine, but enough of it went in to make it worthwhile, and then I would just go and take all that stuff and push it up the next ramp. So I'd have like a series of ramps that I would just keep on feeding up into the trailers. And by the time I get to the end of the ramps, I would have maybe 10% of the materials back which I left, which I'll just load manually. And by doing it that way, I was able to load a trailer inside of like 2 minutes. It didn't work every time. It wasn't as smooth as you would like it to be, you know, Farming Simulator physics considered, but it was a handy tool. It did operate. I used a front loader for it so that I had something that had a little bit of horsepower with a big fork with a big grab, and that thing, there wasn't much you couldn't load with it. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's see if we can do a little bit of creative engineering. I've only got a sandcastle. That's not going to help me at all. As cute as it is, it's not going to do the trick. So then miscellaneous, let's see. No, that's not going to do anything. Sheds, you know, shed's not going to work either. And the rest of the buildings, yeah, so I don't have any mods installed that are going to help me with this. nothing that's going to do the trick for me this time. So I'll have to just battle along with what I got. So I'm going to get that other tractor out here to come load this. Now the cool thing is with these grabs, it doesn't have to load every single log. All it has to do is make it so that it's easy enough to get these in the trailer. Okay, so we'll leave that until we just about log off. We'll go and do the wool. So this can over here can stay. I'm just going to pull it straighter. I wonder if this is not maybe a better way of handling it. Let's try this. Let's go and offload this in next to that bay. So if I'm correct, according to the writer, this should allow me to actually load that wool pallet straight off that wool loading dock, as long as I leave it space to create a space to put it in. So now, the question is this going to work? Leave you there. Let's see if we get messages to say that it's not, doesn't have enough space to load wool. If I'm right, it should just be pumping that wool in there. As soon as the wool hits, it loads it into that wool pallet collector, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's see if I can get through here without the wool falling apart. Really much space to get around here. Actually put in quite a bit of effort to make this as difficult to get around as possible. Roll my tractor. There we go. Good boy. Well trained. Ish. And I can just do that little embankment at the front there. That should be fine. And I need to get the same tractor that has the forestry kit on it to actually pull this trailer, because this is skinny tires are just not enough. So the skinny tires are just not enough, but there's a trick. We can actually use that to pull us out, and then stop doing it and pull us back in again. There we go. I was worried that that was going to be an issue. Oh well, it is what it is. Go. I feel this IT runner is way underrated. There's so much more you can do with this piece of kit. There's very few mods that get made for it. I mean, that is a complete piece of equipment in one. And if if you're smart about it, there's not much you can't do with it. You can have two of these running around with a whole lot of containers. And if you look at this, let's go and do a test. So if I go and say I want to do a trailer, now that IT runner can do 45,000 liters. So we look at the equivalent trailer, 45,000 liters for the TAW30. That's 56,000, right? So now for 10,000 I can have the same capacity as that. So I buy two of these, buy one of these and put it next to the field. So I now have two trailers that can load pretty much anything. I then have a 48,000 liter silage trailer, silage trailer that I can use as well. Then I've got a skip that can do 18,000 liters. Then on top of that, you've got around your animals, you've got the container pallets, which does eggs and milk and wool. Okay, yes, it is a mod, but it is what it is. Then you can do forestry. You've got this trailer, so I've 7,500 versus 28,000, and I still need to have the trailer truck anyway for this, so there is a cost to that, even if it's just a dolly. This is 7,800, so for 15,300 I've got two devices, plus another 20,000 for the containers, which you just dump next to the field. So yes, it's a little bit of a drive for your harvester to go and handle, but while your harvester's busy offloading, you can be doing another job. You don't need to leave a truck and trailer there the whole time. It's a really cool piece of kit. Like if you got the money to go and buy enough to leave equipment all over the place, well then, you're obviously doing much better than I do. $5,333. 66% full. Okay. So I'm just going to leave this here. Let's just hook this and move this out of the way. We'll just come with a pallet fork and we'll make it load up. Let's go and get. Stuff that's here right now with the machine that I've got, because that thing is costing me $9,000 a day, and then I think 9,000 is about $8,000 an hour, operating hour. So I've got to be smart with how I use it. So cut furiously for 15 minutes and then leave it alone. Go and do the next job. Going to touch it now. So if I do this a little bit here, it should be fun. Okay, what are you doing? My game is on. Lovely. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, unfortunately my game has decided to go and crash on me. So maybe it frees up in a second, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, I think that is my machine's way of telling me it is time. Alright, guys, thank you so much. It's been great. I'm going to take you off and leave you in the capable hands of, let's see who's available at the moment. Let's do something interesting. Let's do It's Hot Tacos. Let's do a little bit of talk off. There we go. Alright, guys. Been great. I'm going to see if I can keep my system running again. And I'll maybe do another 45 minutes on another channel, maybe Among Us.
That's the problem, is you can't tell anymore, so it is what it is. You can't fucking tell anymore sometimes. Because you don't know if it's desync, you don't know if nothing, man. It's really fucked at the moment. I'm really considering to play some other games in between sometimes, man, because the fucking desync is disgusting, man.